Ladies and gentlemen, good evening. Welcome to Northeastern State University's Spring 2013 Commencement Ceremony. As we recognize this solemn and historic academic occasion, we kindly ask that you silence your mobile devices. In addition, we would like to remind you that noisemakers of any kind are not a part of this academic ceremony. And we ask that you respect the announcement of your graduates' names as well as the other graduates' names as they are called. To begin our ceremony, we now ask that you please rise for the processional.
Good evening, students, family members, friends, faculty, and distinguished guests. Welcome to Northeastern State University's Spring 2013 Commencement for the College of Education. I am Bill Rugg, Provost and Vice President for Academic Affairs. Please remain standing for the national anthem sung by Rebecca Yates, NSU student, accompanied by the NSU Brass Quintet, consisting of Cameron Pomeran, Dylan Peters, Brittany Richardson, Kaisley Kincaid, and Jeffrey Daniel. Ms. Jamie Coombs will serve as our interpreter for this ceremony.
Oh, see, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets red clear, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Thank you, Rebecca. Please be seated. I would like to introduce some of the members of the platform party. Others will be introduced later in the ceremony. Please hold your applause till all have been introduced. Mr. Tim Fouch, Vice President for Operations. Mr. Ben Hardcastle, Executive Director, Public Relations and Marketing. Mr. David Kane, Vice President for Business and Finance. Dr. Martin Veneman, Dean of the College of Science and Health Professions. Dr. Pamela Fly, Assistant Vice President for Academic Affairs. Dr. Denise Deason-Toyne, President of the Faculty Council. Dr. Allison Watson and Dr. Vanessa Anton, Assistant Deans for the College of Education, will read the names for this ceremony. And now it is my pleasure to introduce President Steve Turner, the 19th President of Northeastern State University, who will extend his greetings and introduce our special guests. Dr. Turner.
Good evening, everyone. On behalf of the entire university community, thank you for being here. Tonight is an amazing celebration of everything that's good in higher education, and this event is really the capstone of so many efforts. I apologize for some of the fanning. It should cool off a little bit now that the doors are closed. In a crowd this size, certainly there are all types of, a number of family members, but before we make a couple of recognitions, I'd like to do something. I'd like for all of our students to kind of identify where your family members are in the audience, and then applaud them for all that they've done for you to get you here tonight. Sunday is a special day. Having lost my mother, there's not a day or at least a week that goes by that there's not something that I remember about the kind heart that my mother had and the love that she provided. I'd like for all the moms to stand just now and be recognized, and let me wish you a happy Mother's Day. All the moms, please stand. Tonight we'll have a commissioning part of the ceremony, but I'd like for all veterans, those that have served or are serving, if you're a veteran, would you stand at this time and be recognized as a group, please? Thank you for your service. Two or three introductions that I would make at this time. I'd first like to introduce my wife, Penny, over to my right. Penny. And we have two special guests tonight of the university. Their family has ties that go back to 1964. Most recently, we've started the effort to create an occupational therapy program as part of our Allied Health Initiative. Two members of the Gailey family are here tonight. They're not necessarily here to be recognized. They're here because their future daughter-in-law, Tara, is going to graduate tonight. But I would ask for Mark and Angela Gailey to stand, friends of the university. Thank you. Dr. Rugg.
Thank you, Dr. Turner. Students, faculty members from the College of Education are here this evening to share this moment with you. Our faculty bring Northeastern State University statewide, regional, national, and international recognition. Most importantly, they care about you, our students. Please join me in expressing our appreciation to the outstanding NSU faculty. Faculty, please stand.
Good evening. My name is Laura Boren. I serve as the Vice President for Student Affairs. At this time, we wish to recognize outstanding students at Northeastern State University. The group includes our student marshals, members of the Riverhawk Ambassadors, a service organization representing the university in events throughout the year. Would the Riverhawk Ambassadors please stand to be recognized? Recognizing students who perform to the highest academic standards and serve the community, the Awards Committee of the Northeastern State University Alumni Association have identified 14 outstanding seniors. Honorees from the College of Education are asked to stand as I call your name. Please hold your applause until all have been introduced. Devin Basinger from McAllister, education major. Christy Fullerton from Concord, psychology major. Kaylin Grant from Tahlequah, psychology and criminal justice major. And Ariel Buckmaster, Muskogee, psychology major. Ariel was also selected for the Jack Kaufman Award, named after a visionary NSU alumnus. It includes a monetary award recognizing the recipient's commitment to community service and excellence. Congratulations to you all. Would the graduating members of the President's Leadership class make your way to the right side of the stage? Established in 1974, the President's Leadership class program serves to identify and cultivate outstanding student leaders. Students are accepted into the program as freshmen. During their time at Northeastern, these students are immersed in a program focused on development of leadership skills and civic engagement. PLC members, as I call each name, please come forward to accept your certificate from President Turner. Ariel Buckmaster is a psychology major from Hilldale High School in Muskogee. Christy Fullerton from Concord, Oklahoma. She also majored in psychology. And Kaylin Grant from Tahlequah with a double major in psychology and criminal justice. Please join me in recognizing the President's Leadership Class from the College of Education.
Thank you, Dr. Bourne, and congratulations, seniors. The Gates Millennium Scholars Program was established in 1999, and it was initially funded by a $1 billion grant from the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation. Out of 48,000 applicants, the Gates Millennium Scholars Program selects 1,000 talented students each year to receive a good through graduation scholarship to use at any college or university of their choice. 30 Gates Millennium Scholars attend Northeastern State University, and 3 are graduating this evening from the College of Education. Please stand as I call your name. We will hold our applause until all have been introduced. Christine James Sherrill, psychology major from Tahlequah. Elizabeth Rankin Speaks, psychology major from Holbert. Rosemary Taff, master's in teaching from Jay, Oklahoma, and Dakota Miller Thompson, master's in school counseling from Tahlequah. Thank you and congratulations. Will the members of the University Honors Program make your way to the right side of the stage? Established in 2001, the NSU Honors Program features a learning environment where students work with faculty members and peers in courses focused on independent research and participation in co-curricular cultural experiences. Students in the Honors Program must maintain a 3.25 grade point average or above and complete a senior research project. As I call your name, please come forward to receive your honors medallion from President Turner. Devin Basinger is an elementary education major from McAllister. She was co-researcher in the study Asynchronous Learning Modules and their place in Northeastern State University's Introduction to Teaching class. Her faculty mentor was Dr. Sophia Sweeney. Emily Finney is from Muskogee and also an elementary education major. She is also a co-researcher in the same study about asynchronous learning modules and the Introduction to Teaching class. Dr. Sweeney also served as Emily's mentor. Joshua Silver from Muskogee was mentored by Dr. Renee Cambiano. Joshua is an elementary education major who was the third member of the research team working on the asynchronous learning module study. Congratulations to each and every one of you. Members of the National Honor Society, Alpha Chi, are students in the upper 10% of their junior and senior class and have at least a 3.65 grade point average. Alpha Chi members can be recognized by the gold cords placed over their shoulders. Would all the Alpha Chi members please stand? Thank you and congratulations. The names of the spring 2013 honor graduates and the qualifications for undergraduate honors and master's degree honors are in your program. These students will be recognized individually as they receive their diplomas. Please join me in recognizing our spring 2013 cum laude, magna cum laude, and summa cum laude, and graduate honor graduates. All honors graduates, please stand. Thank you. It is a pleasure to introduce our student speaker for today's commencement, Rebecca Grant. Rebecca is a graduating senior majoring in early childhood education. Rebecca is from Muskogee and was selected by the college to speak after participating in a rigorous review process. Please join me in welcoming Rebecca Grant.
Thank you, Dr. Rugg. Good evening, family and friends. My name is Rebecca Grant. Tonight, I am receiving my bachelor's degree with a major in early childhood education. First, let me tell you what a great honor it is to be standing at this podium representing the 2013 graduates in education from Northeastern State University. In just the last couple of months, I've been trying to sum up the past 4+ years of my college experience. Having lived through the changes from PASS to Common Core, survived the OGET, OSAT, and OPTI exams, all 3 internships in our portfolios, I think we should be proud of ourselves to have made it here given all that we have been through. It is here at NSU where we started out as strangers and have come together as friends. There is no one who understands the challenges you experience like the people you share it with. There are many things in our lives that come and go, but our memories remain with us. All the memories I have made since being here will be ones that I think of often and hold with great appreciation. Like in language arts class with Miss Giese, where we learned not only the meaning of onomatopoeia, but also how to spell it correctly. And Dr. Parrott's math classes were outstanding. She saw potential in each one of us and instilled in us the confidence to teach math to our future students. Those are just 2 examples of the wonderful faculty at NSU who has helped me to succeed. Today is an accomplishment for each of us, but let us not forget our families. It is to our loved ones who we owe our deepest thanks. After today, we leave the safety of the university, the comfort of our friends and professors, to find and build new relationships of our own. Who knows where our paths will take us beyond graduation, but I know it will be exciting. As Ralph Waldo Emerson said, "Do not go where the path may lead, go instead where there is no path and leave a trail." When I started my journey through college, I had no idea what I wanted to do. I started first in business and finished in education. I am a wife and a mother of 2 wonderful boys. As I became more involved with their education and their teachers, it sparked my interest in pursuing a career in education. I believe I can instill dreams in many young children, just like the teachers did for my boys. With this short time here tonight, I won't claim to know how to face the challenges or create success for the future of teaching. Instead, I want to spend our final time together reflecting on the distinctive kind of education that NSU has provided. It has shaped the way in which we think about our future as teachers. I happen to be one of those who has taken classes in Tahlequah, Broken Arrow, Muskogee, at night, on the weekends, online, blended, and face-to-face. That variety allowed me to achieve my goal of graduation while still being involved in my children's lives and education. When I'm asked about NSU's education program, what comes to mind is not only the caring faculty, but the conceptual framework to prepare teachers, scholars, educational leaders, and developers of human potential. We are inspired to take pride in what we do and believe that all children have the ability to learn. We, the class of 2013, are the future that NSU has in mind as the teachers, counselors, librarians, and principals of the next generation. Our challenge is to continue to improve the quality of education in the lives of both our future students and for ourselves. I think that all we have experienced has prepared us to meet that challenge. Let us go now and be leaders. Congratulations and well done.
Thank you, Rebecca. Very well stated. Now I'd like to reintroduce our president, Dr. Steve Turner, to share his commencement remarks.
Outstanding job, Rebecca. It's my honor today to speak to the class of 2013. Northeastern State is a great university with campuses in Tahlequah, Muskogee, and Broken Arrow. These are three communities that are engaged in our students' success through their support. So I want to thank the communities that we reside in. And now my comments. An electromagnet is a device in which magnetism is produced by an electric current. A British electrician, William Sturgeon, invented the electromagnet in 1825. The first electromagnet was basically a horseshoe shape of iron wrapped loosely with wound coils of several turns. Basically, when a current was passed through the coil, the electromagnet became magnetized, and when the current was stopped, the coil was demagnetized. You probably remember some type of electromagnet in some early science classes. Sturgeon could regulate his electromagnet. This was the beginning of using electrical energy for making useful and controllable machines, and laid the foundations of large-scale electronic communications. Although he was not the first inventor to use the electromagnet, in 1835, Samuel Morse, a professor of arts and design at New York University, proved that signals could be transmitted by wire. He used pulses of current to deflect an electromagnet. He converted the alphabet to a series of dots and dashes. For example, A is a dot and a dash. Z is dash, dot, blah, blah, dash, dash, wait, dash, dash, dot, dot. That's easy for you to say. The electromagnet would move a marker produce written codes on a strip of paper. This process was improved in 1838, and then it embossed the dots and dashes on the paper. In 1838, he gave his first demonstration. In 1840, Morse and his partner, Alfred Vail, were issued a patent for the first practical telegraph based on electromagnets. 5 years later, Congress funded $30,000 to construct an experimental telegraph line from Washington to Baltimore, a distance of 40 miles. On May 1st, 1844, members of Congress witnessed the sending and receiving of messages over the telegraph line. Before the line had reached Baltimore, the Whig Party held its national convention there, and on May 1st, they nominated Henry Clay. This news was hand-carried to Annapolis Junction, where Morse's partner wired it to the Capitol. This was the first news dispatched by electric telegraph. On May 24, 1844, a message entitled, "What God Hath Wrought," was sent by Morse code from the old Supreme Court chamber in the United States Capitol to his partner in Baltimore, officially opening the completed line. The message was selected by Annie Ellsworth, a daughter of a friend. It was the verse from Numbers 23:23. "Surely there is no enchantment against Jacob, neither is there any divination against Israel. According to this time it shall be said of Jacob and Israel, what hath God wrought?" Morse's early system produced a paper with raised dots, and then ultimately it was translated by an operator. By 1845, there was a ink printer that was used. Samuel Morse and his associates obtained private funds to extend their line from Philadelphia to New York. Small telegraph companies, meanwhile, began functioning in the East, the South, and the Midwest. Dispatching trains by telegraph started in 1851, and Western Union built its first transcontinental telegraph line in 1861. The early system had to have relays every 10 miles, and ultimately there was a link to the both coasts by California between Omaha and Carson City via Salt Lake City. The first telegram on the transcontinental line was sent by Brigham Young, then governor of Utah, which affirmed that the territory had not seceded. It read, "Utah has not seceded, but it is firm for the Constitution and the laws of our once happy country." By the way, the Pony Express ceased operation 2 days later. As the telegraph evolved, paper tape gave way to sending messages by key and receiving by ear. A trained Morse operator could transmit 40 to 50 words per minute. By the way, Thomas Edison worked at Western Union and was ultimately fired as a young man. Telegrams reached their peak in the 1920s and 30s when it was cheaper to send a telegram than to place a long-distance call. Telegrams were used to announce the first flight in 1903 and the start of World War I. During World War II, the sight of a Western Union courier was feared because of the War Department used the company to notify the death of their loved ones in military service. Families of sons in the military service dreaded a message that said something like this: from the War Department, the Secretary of War or Secretary of Navy regrets to inform you, blank, was killed in action or missing in action. With long-distance rates dropping and different technologies for community evolving, including the internet, Western Union phased out couriers in the 60s and 70s. During the last week of January 2006, the last 10 telegrams, including birthday wishes, condolences of the death of a loved one, notification of an emergency, and several people trying to send the last telegram. Western Union sent the last telegram on January 27, 2006, ending 162 years of continuous service. Now let's fast forward to text messaging. As a point of reference, until 1877, all rapid long-distance communication depended upon the telegraph. That year, a rival technology developed that would change the face of communication: the telephone. The short message service function is the result of extensive and open international communication. SMS messaging was first used on December 3rd, and the first message was this: Merry Christmas. It was sent from a computer to a phone. Modern text messaging is understood to be messaging from one mobile to another. Finland became the first nation where text messaging was offered as a competitive as well as a commercial basis. The first text messaging service in the United States was provided by OmniPoint. Now think about this. In 1995, the average use of text messages per month was 4 messages. 4. Today, text messaging is the most widely used mobile data service. 6 billion messages are sent every day in the United States. Over 2.2 trillion are sent globally. 8.6 trillion messages are sent each year. Text messaging is expected to be a $150 billion industry by the end of this year. In the United States, 75% of teenagers text, sending an average of 60 texts a day. Texting is teens' most common form of communication, beating out phone conversations, social networks, and old-fashioned face-to-face conversations. I expect some of you are texting now as I speak about text messaging. Since text messaging has become very popular around the world, the text speaks, or text lingo, has been adapted as a way to type messages quickly. Instead of dots and dashes used in Morse code, today emoticons, or textual portrayals of a writer's mood in the form of icons, are used. For example, a colon followed by an end bracket becomes a happy face, right? Or the abbreviations, LOL means what? Laugh out loud, or lots of love. KEWL stands for cool. K is cool. Here's one of my favorite abbreviations, KIPPERS, Kippers. And what that is? Kids and parents' pockets eroding retirement savings. Now, with some of us that are gray, with senior citizens using text messages, there's even a list of text abbreviations for you on the internet. ATD is what? At the doctor's. CBM, covered by Medicare, and GHA got heartburn again. It seems that the more things change, the more they stay the same. From the dots and dashes of the Morse code to the emoticons of text messaging, we use these forms of communication to stay connected to others. From the very beginning of time, creating a relationship with others is the most important aspect of life. In a crowd this size, I'm sure that some of you were impacted by one of those Western Union couriers during World War II. And most recently, on April 15, 2013, at the conclusion of the Boston Marathon, 2 pressure cooker bombs exploded in the crowd. The most common method of checking on the well-being of loved ones during this national tragedy was what? Text messaging. In fact, one of the bombers even sent a text to 2 or 3 of his friends who are now being questioned by police. When he was told by one of his friends that he resembled one of the suspects in the widely released video, he sent a chilling response by text, LOL, you better not text me. From Morse code to texting, we use technology to communicate both good and bad news. 24 hours a day, we are connected to others, and now is your time to connect to NSU. To the College of Education graduates, today marks a new relationship with generations of alums. Our first graduating class that walked in 1910, we produced 4 bachelor's degrees. In 2012, for comparison, there were 1,514 bachelor's degrees. Since becoming a public institution, we have produced both undergrad and bachelor's. We have produced 79,705 degrees, of which today approximately 46,000 alums still live within the state. The challenge and opportunity presented to you today is to hold fast to great relationships you've created as a student at NSU, to use the knowledge and expertise gained here to connect to the work world, and to go from this place with confidence that the best years are ahead of you. You will be successful in life because of relationships with others. David Rockefeller Sr. is an American banker and philanthropist. He is currently the most senior member of the Rockefeller family and the only surviving child of John D. Rockefeller Jr. He said this, I am convinced that material things can contribute a lot to making one's life pleasant, but basically, if you do not have very good friends and relatives who matter to you, life will be empty and material things cease to be important. In conclusion, SCTNSU GHGF. In text language, that means stay connected to Northeastern State University. Gather here, go far. Thank you.
Thank you, President Turner. Now it is time to present candidates for the baccalaureate and master's degrees. Each candidate will be recognized on stage and receive a diploma cover. Master's candidates will also receive a hood symbolizing their professional field. After all candidates are recognized on stage, President Turner will confer the degrees. Dean Debbie Landry, College of Education, will present the baccalaureate candidates from that college.
President Turner, I am pleased to present these candidates from the College of Education upon whom the baccalaureate degree will be confirmed. Education baccalaureate candidates, please come forward.
Shannon Hargrove.
Tell Rebecca to come down. I've noticed that. Daisha Manowski.
them tell you if you're magna cum laude or any of that, say so. Ashley Marie Blair.
Jason Don Bale.
Jason Don Vale.
Rebecca Amber Grant.
Rebecca Amber Grant, cum laude.
Jennifer Lynn Warford Pettis, cum laude.
Jennifer Lynn Warford Pettis, cum laude.
Sarah Lynn Hadley.
Sarah Lynn Hadley.
Jody Lee Couch.
Jody Lee Couch.
Brooke Ashley Lewis.
Brooke Ashley Lewis.
Heather Ray Cody. Heather Ray Cody.
Heather Ray Cody.
Lisa Dean. Okay. We're going to speed it up.
Lisa Dean.
Jessica Nicole Berry.
Jessica Nicole Berry.
Ashley Eller. Ashley L-E-N-L.
Ashley Ann Eller.
Christine Catherine Sherrill, summa cum laude.
Christine Catherine Cheryl, summa cum laude.
Patricia Aaron Baker.
Patricia Aaron Baker.
They want us to speed up. Alicia Danielle Woodrum. Okay, as soon as they top the ramp.
Alicia Danielle Woodrum.
Christopher Bryant.
Christopher Bryant.
Savannah Joe Adair.
Savannah Joe Adair.
Samantha Dawn Carter, cum laude.
Samantha Dawn Carter, cum laude.
Melissa Faye Devin, cum laude.
Melissa Faye Devon, cum laude.
Shayna Ann Johnson.
Shayna Ann Johnson.
Kayla Marie Bell.
Kayla Marie Bell.
Mary R. Elkins.
Mary R. Elkins.
Christina Eubanks.
Christina Eubanks.
Megan Montgomery.
Megan Montgomery.
Terry Lynn Cobb.
Terry Lynn Cobb. Kaylee Rochelle Truitt.
Andrew Christopher Funkhauser.
Andrew Christopher Funkhauser.
Christina Elizabeth Green, summa cum laude.
Christina Elizabeth Green, summa cum laude.
Metzger.
Catherine Michelle Metzger, magna cum laude.
Carmela Schilling.
Chadwick Pierce Redwine.
Ricky Joe Sanders.
Ricky Joe Sanders.
Carrie Lane Sanchez.
Carrie Lane Sanchez.
Ayano Sato.
Ayano Sato.
Keith William Lloyd.
Heather Dawn Butler, cum laude.
Deanna Marie Wingo.
Callie May, cum laude.
James Teal, magna cum laude.
James T. Teal, magna cum laude.
Maida Egmesick.
Rachel Elizabeth Miller, summa cum laude. Allison Page Keith. Darrell Rashay Bevilacqua, summa cum laude. Devin Renee Basinger, summa cum laude. Emily Ann Finney, summa cum laude. Joshua Allen Silver, summa cum laude. Andrea Renee Michelle Binge, summa cum laude. Lauren Danielle Edmonds, summa cum laude. Angela Renee Lloyd, summa cum laude. Jerry Heather Holly. Daniela Brittany Edwards, magna cum laude. Sharon K. Ogden, magna cum laude. Michaela Elizabeth Gibson. Jordan Allen Ladbrook, summa cum laude. Megan Lyons Coyle. Kyle Jennings Braddock. Kendra Luann Koch. Allison Maggie Marie Howard. Ashton Courtney Bruce. Catherine Marissa Herr, cum laude. Ashley Marie Scroggins, summa cum laude. Cheyenne Raquel McConnell, cum laude. Thomas D. McKinney. Erin Renee Hollingsworth. Samantha K. Lee, magna cum laude. Ariel Taylor Buckmaster, cum laude. Ryan Lane Acord. Ashley Kaylin Brandt, cum laude. Abigail Arlene Hackett. Stephen Hurlbut. Lindsay Ann Cross. Sarah Jo Roniker, cum laude. Kayla Jean Engel, magna cum laude. Rachel Hope Christie, cum laude. Nicole Danielle Lehman. Kayla McClure. Mindy Renee McKee, summa cum laude. Sharon Elizabeth Blue. Christy Lee Fullerton. Susan Elizabeth Proctor, summa cum laude. Haley V. Skiles. Megan E. Glover.
Kaylin Ray Grant, cum laude.
Kaylin Ray Grant, cum laude. Bethany Page Bridges. Ashley Rochelle Carr. Sarah Lynn Sparks. Tara Dawn Hendrickson, cum laude. Leah Janae Nevels, summa cum laude. Tara Nicole Hawkins. Nita Mary Wright, summa cum laude. Keely Ray Kincaid. Lacey Bree Lashley, cum laude. Natalie Rose Smith. Casey Dawn Thompson. Ready? Cade Allen Colburn. Go ahead. Blong Lore. James R. Weatherford. Abby Shannon Hoy, cum laude. Siboney Quinones. Elizabeth Rankin, magna cum laude. Hannah Catherine Franklin. Evan Scott Stubblefield, summa cum laude. Dessa Ann Yates. Brian William Taylor. Kelsey K. Kirkpatrick. Dallas Holt McCutcheon. I know this. Alan Ray Stroop. Christy Nitz, magna cum laude. Chance Jedediah Johnston, magna cum laude. I know him. Daniel Lee Landaverde.
How do you say your last name?
Rachel Jean Sordall, magna cum laude. Sadie Jo Hull, cum laude. Trevor Raymond Walsh. Christopher Copeland. Zachary James Watley. David Keith Parker. Brandy Kristen Delholm, magna cum laude. Roxanne Mary Hensley. Andrea Jan Cloud. June Rosanna Ballard. Brett Alexander Wheeler. Joshua Michael Shaver, summa cum laude. Felicia Brittle, summa cum laude. Blake Lundry. Rachel Lynn Richardson. Brittany Lorraine DeWitt, summa cum laude.
Khalil Alexander Mitchell.
Kevin Terrence Arnold. Ethan Craig Anderson.
Do we put the masters on top? I don't remember.
Please help me acknowledge the bachelor's candidates from the College of Education.
Good evening. I'm Tom Jackson, Assistant Vice President for Academic Affairs and Dean of Graduate Studies and Research. President Turner, I am pleased to present these candidates from the College of Graduate Studies upon whom the master's degrees will be conferred. Master's candidates in the College of Education will be hooded by Dean Landry and their faculty advisor or assistant dean. Master's degree candidates, please come forward.
Lori L. Jefferson. Stop. Come here. Come. Sandra Gale Shackelford. Chad Allen Botts. Spencer Ray Phipps. Robert A. Letmer. Benjamin Dwayne Pemberton. Ashley Diane Woodard. Chanel Paulette McCabe.
Annalea Noel Woods, and Toby is also hoodie.
Annalea Noel Woods. Rosemary Lorraine Taff. Tanya Sarah Garrett. Christina Bell Buckner Fusen. Kristen Michelle Smith. Jessica Ann Bacon. Michelle Joy Plunkett Rogers. Dakota Lee Thompson. Tink Roberts. Jenna Marie Curry Jones. Rebecca Twyla Vanderhagen. Sandra Cole. Randy Michelle Combs. Jacqueline K. Sparks. Julie Pinkston Bell. Gayla Grovenberg. Mariah Ann Hicks. Jamie Beth Elward. Brandy Lynn Smith. Dawn Denise Childs. Nicole Marie Benefeld. Susie Murphy. Teresa Dean Edwards. Ashley Nicole Medlock. Terry Minette. Megan Rose Nelson. Dustin James Hess. Melissa Jean Sims. Michael Anthony Nisco. Jordan Benjamin Nagel. Daniel Chewy Flynn Isaacs. Hillary Colleen Fry. Zuen Lee. Diana Lynn Lively. Michael Preston Reed. Michelle Diana Casey. Carla Carla Elaine Sarto.
Please help me acknowledge the master's degree candidates from the College of Education.
It is now my pleasure to call upon Captain Ben Nichols of the NSU Army ROTC program, who will execute the oath of office to commission 3 of our graduating seniors. Will Christopher Copeland, Cody Pratt, and Zachary Watley please come forward? Cody Pratt won't be with us. All right. Congratulations, gentlemen, and thank you so much for your service. Thank you, Captain Nichols. Well, students, it is now time for the conferring of your degrees. Will all baccalaureate and master degree candidates please rise? President Turner, pending the results of a final degree audit, I certify that the candidates standing before you have completed all requirements for the baccalaureate and master degrees respectively, and I recommend that the degree to which they are individually entitled be conferred.
Thank you, Dr. Rugg. Consistent with the statutes of the state of Oklahoma, the Oklahoma State Regents for Higher Education, and the Board of Regents of the Regional University System of Oklahoma, and by the authority vested in me by the state of Oklahoma, it is my pleasure to confer upon each of you the baccalaureate or master's degree as printed in the program with all the rights, ranks, privileges, and responsibilities such a degree carries among scholars. Graduates, there is a tradition in higher education that signifies the passage from being a student candidate for graduation to becoming a graduate. At this time, please move your tassels from the right side to the left side. Good job. Please be seated.
Graduates, as you know, Northeastern State University has a long history of service to Oklahoma. Our alumni accomplished great things in their professional and personal lives. Today, you are joining this distinguished group, and we are your partner as you begin a new chapter in your life. Here to explain the benefits of membership in the Alumni Association is Mr. Daniel Johnson, Director of NSU Alumni Services.
This is all some kind of transformative experience, isn't it? Think about it. You walked into this field house, you were students, and now you will leave here as alumni. If you think about it, this whole thing is really symbolic of a much larger transformation that has already taken place. The transformation of who you were when you came to Northeastern and who you are now. On behalf of the NSU Alumni Association's Board of Directors, it gives me great pleasure to welcome you for the first time to the Green and White Network. The Green and White Network is the name we have for our some 53,000 plus living alumni who all share one very important thing, a passion for Northeastern. After you crossed the stage, you received this. This is the official NSU alumni pin. Let this pin be a badge that represents your passion. Let it be a symbol of your pride for your alma mater. Let it be a reminder of the incredible investment that you made here. As the alumni director, that's my charge to you today. Stay invested. It's the role of the Alumni Association to make sure that you do. The Alumni Association is your link to the Green and White Network. It's a platform to help you stay connected with NSU and with each other. We do that through a series of networking events, programming, services, communications. And to take full advantage of all of these offerings, I encourage you to consider becoming a member of the Alumni Association and reap all of the rewards and benefits that come with being a member. NSU needs you to stay invested. As an alumnus, each of you now becomes a valuable partner in our alma mater. You see, alumni are our greatest spokespeople. Once you've gone from here and you're out there pursuing your life after NSU, you're going to have the opportunity to give back. It may be as a mentor, professional, or personal. You may have the opportunity to open career doors for future NSU alumni students. And alumni are our greatest recruiters of future NSU students. I suspect there are a number of folks in the audience tonight who played a role in encouraging you to consider Northeastern. As a matter of fact, I'd like to take a quick moment to acknowledge that very group. So audience, if you attended NSU or graduated from here before this evening, would you please stand and be recognized? Thank you. Thank you. You see, graduates, great things can happen when you stay invested. Each opportunity to give back as a mentor, as an advocate, or as a recruiter will hopefully be a positive reflection of the transformation that you made here at NSU. The relationship you have developed with NSU will hopefully be lasting and permanent. I welcome you once again to the Green and White Network and hope that you know you will always have a place here at Northeastern State University. I'll see you soon.
Thank you, Mr. Johnson. Well, folks, we've almost made it to the end. You truly are graduates. I want to take just a moment to thank all of the behind-the-scenes workers who helped make this evening a big success for all of you. Many people worked tirelessly to bring this event to fruition and are still working behind the scenes, but I certainly want to acknowledge all of them. So if you will join me in thanking everybody to help put this on. And parents, spouses, children, loved ones, friends, partners, if you suddenly feel a sudden relief, perhaps emotionally or financially, feel free to let us know that right now. Now, will you all please stand and join in singing of the NSU Alma Mater, sung by Rebecca Yates, NSU student, accompanied by the NSU Brass Quintet. Please remain standing as the Mace and Platform Party recess. After the Platform Party has departed, the audience will be dismissed. Please feel free to visit with faculty and friends outside and enjoy the beautiful NSU campus so that this facility can be prepared for an early ceremony tomorrow morning. Have a wonderful evening and congratulations.